Hey everybody, Pastor Owen here for your morning devotional. This morning we're looking at Proverbs chapter 1. So it's the 1st of June, so we're looking at Proverbs chapter 1. Now, Proverbs chapter 1, at great length, it talks about the idea of wisdom and foolishness, and it contrasts the two and talks about the effects of both. As I was reading through the chapter, the verse that stuck out to me the most was verse 7. So, verse 7 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." And that got me thinking about actually my friend and mentor, Randy Carter. So, if you don't know who he is, Randy Carter is a prominent youth speaker in Canada. He's an amazing pastor, and he, for several years, has shepherded and pastored young pastors. And so he mentored me very closely for one full year and then has been a mentor ever since. And one of the things that he taught me while he was mentoring me was how to look for an effective leader. And so he told me to look for four different things, and he gave me a very memorable acronym so I would not forget these four items that you should look for when you're finding somebody to lead on your team. So he told me that you want to look for farts. I realize some of you are just like potty humor, but it's an acronym. So here's the things that you're looking for when you're looking for a good leader. They need to be faithful, right? So they need to be committed to the ministry. They need to be available, so they actually need to have time for it. They need to be responsive to leadership. So when I as the leader above them ask them to do something, I need them to respond to me. And they need to be teachable. And the teachable one is what got me thinking about Randy and this FART acronym, because know it alls make horrible leaders. If you're not willing to learn, you're not going to lead well. And so, looking at these verses where it's talking about wisdom and foolishness, there's the humility aspect of having the fear of the Lord, that reverence and respect due to God because of who he is. But then there's the contrast that the fool despises not just wisdom but instruction. The fool actually goes so far as to avoid learning, to avoid growing, because they are convinced that their way is the right way. I think honestly, I think we see a lot of that in our world right now. I think we see a fair amount of foolishness. And sometimes that's exacerbated by social media and what we call echo chambers, where we're only getting the information that we like and that we want. We don't seek to learn. We don't seek to understand opposing viewpoints. We just dig into our viewpoint and say, that's the right way, that's it, that's all. And so in our foolishness, we avoid instruction, and that causes damage. And Proverbs chapter 1, it talks about that. But so that's my reflection for you this morning as we look at our own lives. The question is, where am I being foolish? In the sense that I am avoiding instruction. Where am I not being teachable? Because when I'm teachable, I will become wise and on the leadership side of things, become a good leader. But more than that, I'll become a good follower of Jesus, because it'll develop the fear of the Lord. It will bring me wisdom in my life by seeking instruction. Where in my life am I digging in my heels and I'm saying, no, this is right, that's wrong, I know best? So I'd encourage you this morning, take the moment and reflect in your life. Ask the Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, where in my life am I not being teachable? And then ask him to help you. Say, Holy Spirit, help me to be teachable in this area. Thanks for joining me this morning. We'll see you later.